this versus that. So, for this versus that, on this episode, I would like to propose Valak versus John Constantine.
Round 1.
If you guys don't know who John Constantine is, look him up on Wikipedia. He is he's awesome. He's a
also, there's a movie.
There's a world. He's got there's tons of animated stuff. He's one of my favorite comic characters. There's tons of comics and there's films and all kinds of good stuff.
He's basically a human battling supernatural.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, exactly. With magic, he's using magic versus magic.
Yeah, he's using everything.
He's kind of also the king of bad luck, and he's kind of a scumbag. So I thought it would be very interesting to have him up against a demon posing as a nun. So John Constantine versus Valak.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So we've seen what Valak can do, but I've also seen what John Constantine can do in many different films and animated cartoons.
Yes.
I think I'm going to have to give it to John Constantine. And I say that because this is kind of right up his alley. This is kind of what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Valak
he is used to fighting, demons and other supernatural critters of all sorts.
Especially,
he's a supernatural detective of sorts. Yeah.
It's all. They were fighting the Catholic Church. Valak was fighting the Catholic Church in the nun, right? And they eventually beat him because they're using their faith and religion. Constantine knows all this stuff is real, so there's no question about does he believe in any of this or not, and I'm pretty sure this is just like
I feel like the one thing is his level of scumbaggery is so high. He's close to being a demon himself. So if faith is the requirement to defeat Valak, then that's I don't know.
I'm not saying faith in a specific god from John Constantine because Constantine, right?
Yeah.
But he knows it's all real, and he will find your weakness. If it's some kind of holy relic,
he is good at that. He is good at that.
Going to find whatever kind of holy relic, weakness, so whatever salt line, whatever it is, whatever it's gonna be, he's gonna be like Sam and Dean in Supernatural. He's going to
he's definitely more Dean than Sam, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely believe Constantine will figure it out in time before Valak was able to kill him. So my vote, John Constantine.
I would have to agree, unless it is required for you to be a good person to defeat Valak, in which case Constantine would be shit out of him.
Not necessarily.
But I think that he's definitely got a much higher chance of defeating something like Valak because again, like you said, that's right up Constantine's alley. He's really good at handling that kind of thing. To back up my
argument a little bit, the first nun, which you should have seen, and if you haven't, that's on you. The first nun, the character was beaten by. It wasn't faith that beat that character.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was an item. It was a very holy item.
Yeah.
But it was an item. It didn't involve that person's faith at all. Therefore, if there is anything else that is possible to beat the nun, Constantine is going to find it, and it doesn't matter what his faith level is.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
Right?
And Constantine is quite the talented warlock himself, so
you're gonna figure it out.
He's definitely good at figuring out things like that. So I would definitely give him a very high chance of success versus Valak. What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. Let us know.
That will wrap it up for us today. Don't forget, if we are cut like this, listen to us here on YouTube, Spotify, like and subscribe, and we are out.